Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. Let's see what's happening for you. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is my prosperity card. So you might be coming from a place of prosperity. You might feel like maybe you bought some things, maybe you made yourself comfortable with what you already have. You also could have been paying attention to your finances. You could have gotten a big payday or a pay increase too. This could also be that some project worked out for you. Something worked or paid off. You could have sold something. This prosperity could also be someone could be showering you with gifts or help or love. But I feel like if they are giving, if it's about love, it's like they're buying you things or they're showing their affection by doing something. Maybe if you're in a relationship, you have someone taking care of you financially or wanting to buy you things or take you places. All right, yeah, the world is definitely someone wanting to care for you. So Libra, and the Page of Pentacles is our good news bearer. So what is the good news here? The good news is that you're coming from a place of stability with your income, with your material world. So this means that you're coming from a place, or you're coming into this reading, or we're reading for you from a place where you feel whole. The world is definitely feeling whole. You might even feel like your boundaries are very sturdy because maybe you have your needs met. You don't feel the need to let anyone new into your life. Okay, this is really good considering your last reading definitely mentioned maybe setting another boundary with someone. Okay, so you might have done that, or you might have even spent some time setting boundaries with anyone else you needed to set boundaries with. Maybe you even took a look at yourself in the mirror or anything like that. But whatever you've been doing last little while, it's working. So we have the Magician. The Magician is how I'm seeing you. Seven of Cups. Okay, so your attention might be diverted into a lot of different places right now. So the Magician is a guy who, he has everything he needs actually. So we talked about maybe you have everything you need. So he has all the tools he needs. He has everything he needs to start something new, or to pay attention to something new, or to take a step forward into something new. And you might have a lot of ways you want to move forward from here. Okay. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a lot of love. So I feel like one of the things that you might not know that you should let in is a lot of love or more love. So someone again could be loving you, giving to you. You could also already be letting love in, but maybe more love wants to be let in. In fact, there could be some of these ways you want to move forward. There might be a specific thing that you're meant to lean into, which might be related to people being able to see you or give love to you or come towards you. Temperance. Okay. Yeah. Temperance is a healing card. You've definitely healed from whatever was left kind of a loose end in your last reading. And you were coming from a really good place. You know, your last few readings, I'm thinking you're doing really, really well. Yeah. I think you're doing really well. It's like maybe you were given a bad hand, or recently you had to deal with that bad hand, and you did so well with it. Only you could have pulled off whatever you pulled off. But whatever it is, it's like you've healed fast since then. You've gotten things in order. It's like in your last reading, we talked about you walking away from something, and it was like there was an explosion in the background. And I feel like it's almost like that never happened now. So you really balance things out for yourself. So it's like now you're potentially like, okay, let me move forward here, let me do this thing, let me pay attention to this thing. This also could be friendships. Okay, you could be paying attention to a lot of connections, but whatever it is, there's something where lean into one or prioritize one. And I'm seeing it as the number one spot. Each of these cups represents like a different thing. It's about a lot of different things, a lot of different ideas. And there's one over here, and it's like someone's head is there. Someone, like it's a person. These others are like other images, like symbolizing other things. And I just am looking at the first thing. So this might be leaning into a relationship or multiple relationship. I talked about it could be like people being able to love you. It could be you being seen, standing out, showing up, something like that a little more. So you're asked to lean into maybe even being in the spotlight or being somewhere, like showing up to. It's like if you have multiple invitations, maybe one is like a work thing, maybe another is another obligation, but maybe one of them is a party or something where people can come see you and love you or something. Whatever it is, let it click for you if it's your message, Libra, and we'll get more information. Keep going, okay? 10 of Swords. Okay, so this is going to be a place where people are able to, people are able to maybe show love to you where you haven't had love or where you haven't been able to receive. So this might be if you weren't spending time in friendships, but you were spending time on personal, other kind of relationships, romantic relationships, work relationships, etc., etc. This is like the area of your life where you're not receiving. It's like let yourself receive there. Yeah, the Fool. Okay, so I feel like this is an area you might have been avoiding, or a thing that you're asked to step forward and do or let in that you haven't let in, or you haven't. Knight of Pentacles. This guy has armor. You've had to protect yourself a lot over the last months. It's been like boundary after boundary needed to be set. Yeah, so it's no wonder you haven't maybe been completely open. It's like you've tried at times, but I don't think it was the right timing. Temperance is also right timing. You might be stepping into more ease in your life, actually, so that's great. Yeah, 5 of Cups. I feel like you also might be more comfortable at the moment giving to other people rather than letting them give to you. And it's like that might be where you're lacking. That might be what you're not letting in. You might be, again, the area of your life where there's no energy in it or no attention in it, or you haven't let it in. Could be that it's like you're there for people or you're there for your friends, but you didn't let them be there for you. Could be other things, but it's an area where I feel like you could have given but not let yourself receive, or not been able even to receive. Okay. Death says that that's just done. That's ended. It's not time for one-sided relationships or anything like that anymore. Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is heartbreak. Let's see. So the High Priestess showed up. It's our confirmation card, Libra. This is confirming that it's just not time for one-sided relationships anymore. It's the last concrete thing that I said, besides explaining what the card meaning was. So, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there might be someone very, very balanced. Okay. It's like if you're coming from, or if you recently got into a very prosperous or King of Pentacles energy, maybe you have your needs met, or you enjoyed your luxuries, or you got a payday, or you completed a project, or you reached a milestone in your career, or some progress. This makes me think of even like the semester ends or something. It could be an accomplishment of some sort, and again, it could be someone's helping you, giving to you. It just feels like you've received something there with income or materially or career-wise, financially, something like that you've received. So someone else is a little bit in a similar boat, but they're more like self-providing. So if you've had people help you out or give you that paycheck or support you, the Queen of Pentacles, this person, this is my card of wealth, and I feel like they've had to build their own wealth, like from their creativity or from something like that. So you have someone here, but they're in a similar position. So if you have what you need, they have what they need, you know? So, Five of Pentacles. You guys, this is a connection. If this is your message, this is a connection where it's like you guys haven't let this connection happen. Yeah, you just haven't. Knight of Wands. I just think that it was because of the states you were in. You weren't there, or they weren't there, or you weren't there at these places that feel very whole at the same time. You know, one person was always like running around trying to get something, and you know, so you never were equally, you know, in the same vibe. So we have the King of Wands. Okay, this could be, let's get more information. Two of Swords. Okay, this could be someone who feels like there's a door closed. Two of Swords is my blocking card, my no card. They feel like there's a door closed between you and them. Hermit. Okay. King of Swords. I think that was in their head though. Yeah, because King of Swords is like they're changing into having complete clarity. King of Swords is having complete mental clarity for my readings. And I feel like this person, it's like where they thought there was a closed door, it's like they're gonna release the blindfold. You know, they're not looking with, the Swords is the mind. They're not looking with like a clear mind. The Wands is like passion, emotion, fire, even being very motivated. So this person could have blinded themselves a little bit. And the King of Swords is getting, it's like, oh, okay, like, duh, this is very easy. There is an open door. So this person, they're going to feel like there is an open door. Now, you guys could both be any gender. All of my readings are gender neutral. Regardless of how the cards show up as a queen, as a king, and whatever. It doesn't really matter in these readings. So, but if you pick up on it like it matters to you personally as you're observing the reading, then, you know, don't disregard your own intuition, your own awareness, your own clarity. Okay? So let's go. We have the Hermit. The Hermit is a seeker. This person also could have had, the Hermit is very introspective. He is like solitary, walks a very specific path. This person could have been like very much fine-tuning where their focus was, which it's like when you take a step back and you have clarity. King of Swords has a step back kind of clarity, but when you're zoomed in, when you have a magnifying glass like the Hermit does, when you're inspecting very closely, it's like you could see what's right in front of you. You know, their vision is just too on this instead of just taking a step back and seeing the whole big picture. So they're changing, or this could have happened, or this is going to happen, that they're going to have mental clarity that the door is not closed, or there's a way, or there's something they didn't know. And that reminds me of the Five of Pentacles, because often the saying that some people have with the Five of Pentacles is that these people, they're left out in the cold, but what they don't realize is there's a church right there and they can just walk right in. You know, the door's not closed to them. They can walk in and have shelter. So you guys, this could also feel like it was you were zooming in on a perception, and maybe you thought there was a closed door. This could be both of you, this could be you, this could be them, but I'm getting strongly that it's on their end. Okay. You could have also like taken their wisdom. If like this could be someone you trust, where if they said, hey, the door's closed, you're like, okay, the door's closed, like I believe you, I trust you. So 6 of Wands, this is going to make this person feel on top of the freaking world. Ooh, wow, yeah. 6 of Wands is a lot of victory. A lot of victory. So let's see more about this. The Chariot. Yeah, because a lot of victory because there are no blockages. The Chariot is my no blockages card. So that's what's new in this connection. No blocks. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Page of Swords. It's like you guys pay attention to each other, you and this person. I'm getting it's like they noticed you paying attention to them or something like that. This Page of Swords is someone who's observing. And it's like if they're showing up and they had a zoomed in perspective as the Hermit, they maybe even zoomed in on you paying attention to them. That could have even made them feel rejected by you. Like you didn't like them or there was a closed door or something. 9 of Pentacles. I feel like you guys might not speak with each other. 9 of Pentacles is a lot of independence. So you might not speak with this person. Justice. But I feel like it's very simply justice or cause and effect. If if they decide to walk through the door and speak with you, then you're on speaking terms. If they decide not to talk, then you're not talking. And same on your end. It's just like it's just about your actions or what you guys decide to do. So them, if you guys wanted to change this situation, it's like if you want to be texting someone, text them, that kind of a thing. So if you're not talking, then it's like you're not texting them or you're not calling them or you're not saying hello, you're not knocking on their door, you know? Yeah, Knight of Swords is the communicator for me. So I do think that maybe you've been communicating or talking with other people. Okay. 8 of Cups. But it's like the 8 of Cups is a guy who he has a turning point. Okay, a big turning point. So maybe this is not something that's happened yet, but you might decide, Libra. The 8 of Cups is someone who walks away. He walks away from these other cups. These cups could symbolize other connections, other relationships. So you could be walking away from speaking with other relationships, texting other people, talking to other people, connecting with other people, or focusing on other people. Okay. So the Ace of Swords here is our confirmation card, confirming that you'll be walking away from focusing on or speaking with, connecting with other people. So we're getting that confirmed. The 8 of Swords says you don't see that yet. Okay. The Hierophant. You might become very committed to this connection and might be one that actually gives to you. So this might be the situation where maybe you haven't received you haven't received in a certain way, and that you might have been in a position where you were giving but you weren't getting back. Okay. And if this person is like a match, they have an equal thing to give. So if you're giving this much, they can respond and give this much. It's something like that. So this also might be, justice is balance. This might be a very balanced connection, and that might be the reason why they are showing up for you. This also is telling me that the relationships you're speaking with, they're imbalanced in some kind of ways, or they're not consistently balanced. Okay, so here you go. You have something good here. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is, aces are new beginnings. The cups, like I mentioned, could be a relationship. So it's like you have a new beginning in this relationship, or this is just a new relationship, or a renewed. Ace of Cups could also be a renewal of a relationship. The Ace of Cups for me also tends to be my replenishment card. So this might be the relationship that gives you replenishment. Okay, Three of Swords. The Emperor. The only thing is that I would say you both must take control over the situation, you know, and have a nice relationship, both participate, or instead of saying like, well, one of us has to talk, how about it's like thinking about it like both of you guys have to speak, instead of waiting for one person or deciding it has to be you or deciding it has to be them. I think both of you guys should take equal responsibility for this, and I think that's kind of the point, to finally have that equality. So let's keep going, you guys. The Tower. The Sun. Yeah, I think this person will really shock you, because Tower can be a huge shock. I think they'll really shock you. It's like by brightening your day with how much they can give to you. It's like you didn't know you were gloomy until you spoke with them. And the reason being is that you didn't let anyone give to you, or no one was able to give to you, or no one was just giving to you. You weren't getting that love. And it's like when you get that love, it's like you notice, you really notice it's different, you know, and it's almost like if you're feeling like rigid or cold, you're not. The Sun is actually literally warmth. Okay, it's maybe you feel hot. Okay. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is my awareness card. So if this is the person, you are aware of who they are. So Four of Wands. Okay, so the Four of Wands is a celebration. It's also a union. You see two people coming together. All right, yeah, King of Cups. Yeah, this might be one of those situations where it could be literally right in reverse. You know, they could have the same kind of message, where it's like they need to connect with a relationship that gives to them. They need someone, it's like you need someone to be Queen of Cups to you. They need someone to be King of Cups to them, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, the genders don't matter. But I feel like there's something here where it's like it's like it's refreshing, it's different for you, but it's also different for them, because where we said you weren't receiving, it was like Ten of Swords. You weren't getting in that way in relationships or emotionally, romantically even, and neither were they. Three of Swords, they're not getting in that way. They're in that similar kind of vibe. So I think for both of you guys, you could see it again going both ways. It's like I said, that they might be aware you're paying attention to them. You might be aware they're paying attention to you. A lot of this could be read both ways. Ten of Wands. Okay. Three of Pentacles. I would not mix work into this connection. Yeah, Three of Pentacles can be work. I wouldn't mix work into the connection with this person. Seems like Ten of Wands is the hardest working card in the deck. You might even start working very hard if you're not already, or you might be here working as hard as possible. And if you're here, Libra, it's like you're asked to not mix this into your work, or to stay here but not make this relationship relate to your work, even if you guys work together or something. It's like you have your own thing, they have their own thing, or you're asked to really define those boundaries. Ace of Wands. I actually think Ace of Wands is actually a breakthrough. And literally it's like where you thought a door was closed, there's a breakthrough. Or where they thought, maybe both ways. But maybe specifically on your end, this could be a breakthrough, hearing this reading or hearing something else that was mentioned. Devil. Okay, the Devil is my toxic person card. So let's see. Okay, so we did mention at least one toxic person in your last reading. It looks like we kind of covered it slightly, but we'll mention it a little more specifically now, Libra, which is that with any toxic person, or even several toxic people, the Seven of Wands is the guy who defends his territory or stands up for himself, stands up against opposition. So it looks like you've successfully defended yourself from opposition or enemies or toxic people, or set boundaries, or whatever it is. So you have dealt with that. Eight of Pentacles. Actually, that might be what the breakthrough is. Yeah, I mentioned it's like you had one last thing to do, or you had something still to do or to deal with in your last reading. And I feel like that could have actually brought a breakthrough in that either you or them both dealt with setting boundaries. Okay. Eight of Pentacles and Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very young energy, so you could be a lot younger than this person. Yeah, you could be a lot younger than this person. Three of Cups. All right, so it looks like people might have a lot to say about this connection. People might have a lot of opinions about it. Queen of Wands. Okay, the Queen of Wands is confidence, very, very confident. You might be just like, I feel like people have opinions where it's like you can really stand out or just be in your confidence or your success or your magnetism, and instead it's like you might be choosing what your true path is. And you're one who, you can feel your true path, Libra. You can feel where it goes or where it's leading, or where you're supposed to be, or what makes sense. And I feel like that might be something that changes people's minds about you. I think people are actually going to give a lot of respect to you. People could think that Eight of Pentacles is someone with a routine. They show up for work every day. They could have a regular job, or even if they don't, it's like they might be doing the same thing other people are doing. So this makes me feel like you're about to stand apart from looking like you're just like everyone else, or even that you care about maybe something more shallow or less true or honest, to being the person who, it's like you follow your true north, or you follow justice, or you follow your soul, or you follow your peace. The Four of Swords, you follow maybe where your downloads are taking you. Four of Swords can be getting downloads too. Meditating, you might be following your spirit. Oh, and it moves you faster than any of the other things, and you know that. There's wisdom in that. Or you feel that it does move you very quickly. Eight of Wands is speed, momentum, movement. Towards the star is your true north. So, or your North Star, okay? Your North Star, your goal, your dream, your wish fulfillment, your dream life, or your ultimate potential. Okay, so yeah, I think people's perceptions of you will change into being that. Because it's like you could have taken other routes, especially with this. You could have taken route being very confident. instead of following. Three of Wands a lot for me is like following your spiritual journey or taking a look at your journey or being on a journey. So again, this could be a spiritual journey or another type of mission or journey. It could be purpose. Three of Wands can be purpose. So this could be that too. Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you know what you are saying no to. You know, it's like you're saying no to a lot of abundance, ease, or being very liked, loved, wanted, or wealthy, or something else. It could be ease, it could be luxury, something like you're saying no to something with the Empress energy, beauty. It doesn't matter what it is. You're saying no to something, being taken care of, something like that, or just receiving a lot. This could also be just being creative and enjoying your life. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, but it's like it's like you're assessing. You're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna let go of. Seven of Pentacles for me is the guy who pauses to reassess his plans, and in that assessment, you're deciding to follow maybe your journey. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is my card of destiny. So you are following your destiny, or you're on path for your destiny. Okay, and your destiny is going to bring you the best life of any other path. So there's a lot of good luck coming to you because you decided to let go and let your journey move you. Okay, so I'm going to collect these cards and see what else is happening. We talked about with these cards that, you're used to giving to people, or there was an area of your life where you're giving but you weren't receiving. Ace of Swords is our confirmation card, confirming that there was an area of your life where you were giving but not receiving. Yeah, and that's what I feel like got you into. We've also pulled the Ten of Swords for you as far as how you're feeling. Like, it came through to talk about let someone give to you where no one is giving to you, or where you're not being given. And it could be with your heart. You could have had betrayals. You could be treated badly in romance. This doesn't have to be romance, but it's something loving, okay? Ten of Pentacles. So the Four of Wands, again, something to celebrate with this union. I feel like it might be multi-layered. This might be someone you share a home with, or you decide to share a home with. But we did say draw a boundary when it comes to your work. The Tower. The King of Swords. And the Fool. So for someone, this person could be a Sagittarius. Let's see who else they could be. It could be a fixed sign, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Taurus, or a Scorpio. Just for extra confirmation, you guys, let's see what else. There's strong Scorpio. Okay, strong Scorpio energy. Any other energy? King of Wands. Could have confident energy or like big D energy. Okay. All right, okay. Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is, you might know them through social media, you might know them through work. Eight of Swords, or you might not be looking at that as an open door. Social media could be an open door in this connection, or your work. Like, yeah. Judgment. I feel like maybe there's a lot of actually open, it's like you're very open to having this, or there's a lot of openness in this relationship. Libra. Yeah, Judgment is a bit of a, like, it's a card of awareness. Like, this angel blows the trumpet to make us aware of something that we're not aware of. And it might be that this is what you should be focusing on, or this is available to you, or this will change you or change them. Yeah, or that you have the opportunity to have a relationship here of whatever form. It could be romantic. Nine of Swords. If it makes you nervous, I would say that's a very positive sign that it matters, you know. Five of Swords. And if it makes you want to leave other people behind, I would say that's also a very positive sign. Yeah, it's like, this is my card of cutting something or someone out of your life. If you're ready, if you're like good cutting people out of your life or letting go of certain connections for this one, not in a toxic way, but I would say that there's something fulfilling about it. If this is your reading, if this is resonating, it gives me fulfillment. Because, yeah, you could even feel like you want to collect more people into your life to fill a void. Okay? And rather than doing that, maybe take care of the void, or look at what kind of connection or what kind of a person can be there for you and not make you feel like you have lack somewhere. Seven of Swords, yeah. Or not be an energy vampire, or someone who steals from you, or someone you don't trust. Four of Swords. So some of you guys might be dreaming about this person even. Yeah. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is the Devil. Okay, so Okay, your last impression of them might have been that they were immature or that they needed to release attachments or toxic people. All right, so, well, it could be, again, their last impression was maybe that you were doing something that everyone was doing. And these could be reversed too. So you guys might have not gotten updates on each other in a while or something, or this could have even changed in a day, like overnight. Yeah, the sun is like, everything is illuminated, everything is warm and free, so it's like maybe there's just a plain old breakthrough, you guys. Okay. 10 of Wands. I would take about 5 minutes if you're working a lot or working very hard. Again, 10 of Wands is my hardest working card in the deck. If you're working a lot or working hard, I would take about 5 minutes and figure out who in the heck this person is, or like who in the heck they are today or right now, or what they're like at this moment in time. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles takes responsibility, because even if you're not someone who likes to reach out or connect or whatever, even if you're just listening to this reading, there could be some bright insight here, you guys. It's like there's good news. Page of Pentacles is very, very good news. It's my good news guy. Seven of Pentacles. It might be that they did the same thing too. We talked about how you could have had something easy or ordinary or whatever, and it's like you paused and assessed your plans and you went on a specific route, right? Okay, or you chose again another specific route. Queen of Cups. And maybe they did too. Maybe they're able to give to you. Page of Cups. You also, when they're Queen of Cups mode, and again, it's gender neutral. When they're Queen of Cups mode, this is someone who gives love, all right, who shows up for you. But you might think that they're in Page of Cups mode. So you might think like, okay, like maybe they can receive love, or maybe, or something. But it's like, there's a little bit of like you need to connect to feel the effect, or to feel how positive they are. The Empress. You could also get something you're leaving behind. We talked about, it's like you could have had something easy or luxurious or whatever. You could also be getting that in addition to your journey or the other things that you're going for. So you could get everything that you walked away from, everything that's positive that you wish that you could also still have, or something. Knight of Swords, the communicator. Okay, so communicating, I would say like literally any words. Like this guy, the Knight of Swords is hasty. He doesn't care what he really says. Like this is making me think like you don't have to look at your vocabulary or spell check your text or whatever. You know, you can just be like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, like one word. I don't think you really need to care about what you're saying, and you know what I mean by that, obviously. Like what I'm saying is like, this is not an overthinking, like you have to say the right thing. This is just like a established connection. Two of Swords. Realize the door is open, there's no block. Ace of Wands. Yeah, Ace of Wands is, you might even actually be very passionate in your communication. You might be like exclamation marking. Six of Cups. Especially if you've had something with this person before and you miss them. Six of Cups is like you have history or someone, it's like you miss this person. The Six of Wands. I just feel like maybe you both might feel kind of on top of the freaking world. Yeah, you've definitely done the work Libra. Please go receive like the love you give. I want you to receive it as well. Okay, the Magician. So again, the Magician is very much an initiator. You can initiate, they can initiate, doesn't matter. Maybe both of you guys initiate. Maybe you text each other at the same time. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, Two of Pentacles for me can be a back and forth convo. So maybe this will be one of those like conversations where it's a lot of it's long, or there's a lot of back and forth, but it's like, it's not like you write a paragraph and they write a paragraph. This is like, you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, and you're like, what's up? And they're like, nothing, you, what's up? It might be one of those things, you guys. Okay, so Emperor, it's just not a big deal. You might still, your emotions might suddenly get heightened. You might suddenly feel like this is a good connection, or this is a good move I made. And I would listen to your emotions, Libra. Yeah, this might turn into a commitment, romantic, friendship, or otherwise. Okay, Hierophant is my commitment guy. The World. It's like, because you guys have both really changed. You really have, okay? So we're going to keep going. You're also still on course to make fast progress, or move on, or move. Okay, you're still, it's all good. You're still there. The Star. This also might feel like you make a lot of progress and then you decide, hey, I want to walk away from these other relationships and focus on the one we've been talking about. So you guys might feel like it comes in a different order. Like, you don't do it immediately, but you do it after you make progress with your North Star. The Knight of Wands. I feel like the universe is like, better to do it now, but it's fine either way. It's fine either way. Because, yeah, I feel like when you're more in your purpose, or where you're supposed to be, or in your alignment, without any noise, and you made more progress on it, it's clearer to you. It's like crystal clear to you what to walk away from, or what you want. But maybe if you're focusing on this now, before you've made certain progress that's coming in for you, you might think like, this is nerve-wracking. But is it though? Justice. Like I said, justice, if you put into it, you'll get from it. I also am getting like, if you're just like, hey, you're just gonna get a similar kind of thing back, which I don't think is, I think that's good. All right. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a wish granted. This might be a wish granted, especially if you had a general wish of like being in an equal relationship or something. Four of Pentacles. Page of Swords. All right, so the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. If I were you, Libra, I would okay. Some of you guys, take the message if it resonates. Yeah, so some of you guys, you might want to move your money around, or open a new account, banking or something. Interesting. It could also be this connection makes you really understand something about your finances. Like it could be clear to you with all that replenishment. You could be like, oh yeah, like I need to do this, obviously. You know what I mean? Knight of Cups. Two of Wands. I also think you're kind of weirdly walking, I'm just getting a message, you're walking towards all the things that you want. Some of you guys might want to Stay on schedule with a workout or something as well. Okay. All right. And yeah, it's like you might go from like a lot of people coming in, a lot of relationships, to just like, I'm good focusing on this one. All right, let's keep going, Libra. Let's see what is coming in for you. What else is happening? Okay. Ten of Cups. Three of Wands. All right, we have someone here, could be a Sagittarius or another fire sign. They're somewhere around you. This person could have been very chatty with you. Knight of Swords is the communicator. But they suddenly got intimidated or scared or something, or shy. Eight of Pentacles. They might be someone who assumed you were more like everyone else. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. But I also think that you might have this situation where maybe you want to blend in a little bit, or you want to kind of act like you're like everyone else, or you acted like it a little bit. Death. I don't think you're going to want to do that anymore. Death is, you're ending that, major ending. I feel like you're going from standing out to where it's almost like people were jealous or they targeted you or they were hating on you, okay? Standing out in that way towards you're over that, and it's like if someone wants to, you know, like throw harsh words at you, it just doesn't matter. 9 of Wands, I actually feel like it's just going to ricochet off and hit them instead, like, because this makes me think of, it's no longer going to matter if someone's hating on you for being great or different or hot or something. Devil can be someone hot. And it's like, for example, if they were trying to attack you for being attractive or being happy or being in a good relationship, say they say something like, hey Libra, you are a bad person, okay? So instead it's gonna be something where they intend to hurt you, and because you just don't care anymore, they're just gonna sit with their own words. They're just gonna think like, okay, that didn't even affect them, now I'm wounded or I'm embarrassed or something like that. So Hierophant, there might be a Taurus that's been attacking you. Hierophant is the card of Taurus. It could also be a Scorpio. It could also be someone like full of these signs or full of Taurus in their chart. High Priestess is our confirmation card, confirming that it could be someone with a lot of Taurus in their chart, full of Taurus in their chart, or Taurus or Scorpio that's been attacking you personally, but it's not going to hit them anymore. King of Pentacles, because you have your needs met, and from there you're continuing to follow your North Star or some beautiful path for yourself. And I think that you're over, like, again, we talked about you walking away from people thinking that you're like everyone else. You're ending that. We talked about that already. And I also think if people are hating on you for standing out, shining, being hot, whatever it is, and again, it could be something you have, it could be something that you do, whatever it is, they're just going to end up sitting with, like, they try to insult you and you're not insulted, or you don't really care, or you didn't hear them or something, okay? The Empress. And it's so funny. It's like you're getting what you're leaving behind too. You might be making a sacrifice for the highest good. You might be making a sacrifice for your alignment, and you're getting what you're attempting to sacrifice. Page of Wands. Yeah, it's like some of you guys also might be getting a new spark of inspiration. Hanged Man. Okay. The Hanged Man it's not coming to you out of the freaking blue though. The Hanged Man, this might be after you sit with your emotions a bit, or let things in. The Hanged Man, he hangs out and he lets the downloads in, he lets everything in. And so you might have something that you think of, or you realize, or that changes internally, that makes you become very inspired. 4 of Cups. When you weren't. So this is going to happen, like, it's like you're going to sit there after you really are uninspired, and it's going to change. The Hanged Man, it's like your perspective or how you feel reverses completely. He hangs in reverse. It's about opposite the reverse. So when you're very uninspired, I feel you're going to become very inspired. The Magician, I also think that you feel very fortunate right now, Libra. This is your reading. You feel fortunate because you have the things that you need, or you have enough, or more than enough. Okay? I just think you're getting this loving relationship, very loving relationship, plus your journey. Okay? Plus your journey. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. I would actually move away from being very task-oriented. If you're like, okay, let me get my checklist out, my bullet journal out, whatever it is, I'd move away from that, and I would go into that 10 of Wands energy that we got for you when it comes to maybe working. Because maybe it's like no time for being perfectionistic, no time for that checklist. Things just need to get done right now. That kind of a thing. So it might be a good idea for you to maneuver that way too. All right, 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is your past. Yeah, I just feel like this person, you might miss them. that we've been talking about, the one you're going to connect with, or that there's a breakthrough with. So it's like you miss them or they miss you. I just think there's a huge breakthrough with this situation, maybe on their end. Page of Swords. You could observe it. You could witness it. You could notice them change. Page of Swords is the observer. Seven of Cups. You could also suddenly go from focusing or thinking about focusing on this, the Seven of Cups again, all these different things, to just this one thing. Just that. Okay, so just the person or just the connection. Yeah, Eight of Wands, while still making a lot of progress. The Five of Swords. So you might have cut a couple things out of your life since your last reading, not just a person or boundaries. You could have like put something down. You're like, I'm done with this, you know. It makes me think of a kid who outgrows their toys and they're like, I'm a big kid now, I don't play with those toys. So you could have outgrown some things or cut some things out. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles is very adult energy. So you might be, it actually might be something that's making you really resonate with this person. Okay, yeah. Tower. Yeah, okay, so it might also be, it's like this is your last obstruction for the time being, okay? In this current energy, I see this as your last obstruction. We talked about a big obstruction, and it's like you suddenly feel very warm. So this is the last thing maybe blocking you, which is, again, not having this right connection or the connection that gives to you. Knight of Cups. I also feel like you're very attractive. Okay, so Knight of Cups, there could be a bunch of people in your DMs. There could be a bunch of people, you know, trying to say hello to you for, you know, when you walk into a store or whatever. It's like, maybe a lot of people. Yeah, Justice is your card. I actually feel like you look like Justice right now. So you might look like, you just look like Justice. And you know what? Looking like Justice is attractive as heck. All right, so definitely attractive right now. The Emperor. So I would take control as well over, some of you guys might want to take control over like where you're going, something about where you're going or where you go. Yeah, Ten of Wands. And be in more of, again, a Ten of Wands energy. Yeah, you might need to get a little busy. Ten of Wands works as hard as possible to take care of all his responsibilities. It's like working as hard as possible, taking control of where you're going. A little of that might be more needed. A little more power. The World. Because it's like you got it. You got it. You're yeah. You're good. Or whole or whatever. So we have the Queen of Cups. I would do what the reading has been talking about this whole time. So, or the main thing, which is to allow yourself to receive where you haven't allowed yourself to receive. Nine of Cups, it might be your wish. You get a smile. And a smile so big, you're gonna notice that you have new teeth. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. All right, no longer is Libra the overgiver. Two of Swords. You're like, Libra the overgiver who? That's not me. Anyway, we have the Star. I actually think you're going to shine more. This person's going to bring out, it's like they're going to heal your heart maybe, or give to you where you need replenishment, or where replenishment would just make you shine more. So you might have a big breakthrough actually coming in after this. After this connection. I see a big breakthrough. Chariot. Yeah, the Chariot is the guy who, he's the no blockages guy, but he's also the person who moves faster than anyone else towards success, towards victory. You might move towards a new success that you don't anticipate, you don't care about, you're not thinking about, you don't see coming, something very big and new. Strength. It might be like a lot of maturity or relating to having maturity. The Sun. I'd also be relating to a Leo. These are the two cards of Leo. Or a Cancer. Chariot is the card of Cancer. It could be you, a Leo, and a Cancer. Okay? So the Three of Cups is friendship, relationships, a group. Seven of Swords. Might be a group where people really try to disrupt this group. People want to rob this or cause distraction in this or something. Is that Seven of Swords? Three of Pentacles. So I see a lot of victory for you, and it's only just beginning, Libra. Oh, you deserve it. Anyway, we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is people like in relationships could be like asking you for a lot of advice or wanting to learn from you a bit. Eight of Swords. Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords. Again, don't be an overgiver. So if you have to set boundaries here, like you're not someone's relationship counselor unless that's what you do for a living, but don't do it for free, okay? All right, because it's like you were overgiving. Anyways, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like that's also something when you paused and again assessed where you were going or what you were leaving behind. You want to leave behind maybe counseling people or something like that. Four of Swords. Have peace with what your personal needs are. Okay. King of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Some of you guys, you have a King of Wands. It could be a fire sign. This could be someone who tries to blame you for their troubles or mishaps. Seven of Wands. I think that you've defended yourself against this person or set a boundary. But I think that they still want to blame you or pin something on you. You know? The Page of Pentacles. This might be good news for you because with you having a boundary now, people might really notice how this person is messing with you or something like that. The Lovers. The Lovers. Okay, they could also be a Gemini. It's the card of Gemini. Or Virgo. It's the card of Virgo. So, yeah, this person with your boundary, Four of Pentacles. Oh my god, your light dimmed again, you guys. I was actually going to make a comment about how that didn't happen this time. So if you notice the light dimmed for your reading, and I mentioned you're the only sign that this happens for, actually after your last reading, it ended up happening in Sagittarius' reading, but it was a positive thing for them. For you, I'm getting that maybe it's actually, hold on a second, I think it's becoming a positive sign, not a negative omen, not a your energy is strained, you have less energy omen. I think it's actually positive, like maybe romance is in there because that's how it showed up for Sagittarius. So maybe it's time to like relax, have this love or romance. Even if it's not romance, you might be very relaxed in this new connection that's coming in for you. The Four of Pentacles, it might also be great for your long-term finances. Four of Pentacles can be about long-term success or finances. Six of Swords. You might also, let's see. You might also find that you change how something is going for you, maybe with your job or something. It could be the inspiration you're going to receive. It might change how something is going for you. Yeah. King of Cups. It might be because you're showing up for someone. Like, again, this was like you showing up for someone and then them showing up for you. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Swords is our confirmation card. Confirming something might change in your career because maybe you change, maybe it's like something about how you're showing up for someone. Whatever I said, it's being confirmed. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles showed up earlier when it was like, take responsibility of like looking at this person, like for looking at them, getting a better look at them or something like that. I think that you'll have, it's like such a so much celebration here, you guys. Like the Moon. Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is like, especially with the moon can be the nighttime, right? So the Nine of Swords is, it's like this person's in bed, this person can't sleep. She's up, she can't sleep. So there's something, maybe you're having trouble sleeping at night, you guys. Let's see. It might change after some of these things, these shifts come in for you. Yeah, it might be because you still have to turn the page a little bit in your life. Yeah, exactly. The Eight of Cups. We talked about the Eight of Cups. It was talking about how the shift might be moving away from these relationships and towards this one, or just moving forward away from those relationships. Yeah, it might be like something that changes your sleep for the better. King of Swords. So this person's about to get a breakthrough. They're about to get all the clarity. Oh, and it's so freaking fortunate. The Wheel of Fortune. I feel like, yeah, they're going to move you in a very positive direction. Three of Swords. And I also think that it's like, again, this could be reciprocated. You might be about to have all the clarity. They might, like, you might bring each other in a positive direction. Queen of Swords. You also might keep each other from, like, it's like having bad judgment or a cloudy mind, because these are, it's like King of Swords clarity and Queen of Swords awareness. So it's like you keep each other sharp-minded or like clear-minded, which is a sign of a good, healthy relationship, you guys. Because it's like bad relationships or toxic people, they'll gaslight you, they'll brain fog you, you'll be confused, you won't know what's right, you won't trust yourself, things like that. And so it's like the opposite with this situation. And they showed up first as like Queen of Pentacles energy. So we need to heal your past betrayals, or you being used to, or you not receiving. We need to heal that, Libra, with this quiet, relaxing relationship. Yeah, you really turned around your energy. Like you had some energy drains on you more recently, and now it's like the opposite. It's like you have excess energy. So I'm proud of you guys. I'm like really proud. Like you're one of the, it's like Libra's energy without having the energy drains is like, it's like chef's kiss, beautiful. So let's keep going. King of Cups. It's like throughout the reading, as we try to move on and talk about everything else, this whole situation keeps entering in. Don't forget, as this person is giving to you where you have not been receiving, it's the same on their end. You're giving to them where they have not been receiving. You know, it's not just you. I feel like you're going to be prone, or some of you guys might lean towards, or might even for a minute think of yourselves as the person's like, okay, like you're the person who hasn't been receiving. You're the person who's been betrayed or not received in some area, or in love, or in whatever, in your heart, whatever. But remember, you're going to be like the King of Cups to like where they weren't receiving, just like they're like the Queen of Cups to where you're not receiving. Yeah. And I feel like it will shock you to know that they're in the same boat, or they're feeling like this equal feeling or something. Okay, so Ten of Wands. Nine of Swords, Temperance. Some of you guys, we mentioned, even if you're working hard, even if you've been working very, very hard with the Ten of Wands, you might still find yourself, because it's like, usually it's like after a hard or honest day's work, you can sleep peacefully. The Nine of Swords, it's like, you might find that even if you've been working hard, you're having a little bit of a trouble sleeping or insomnia. But I feel like we talked about you're healed, or you've healed certain situations, or in many ways. And I feel like the weird thing here is that it's like, if you've healed, why can't you sleep? And I feel like you're not looking at it like that. You're almost looking at it like, okay, I've healed, so that has, it's like, you might even think that the reason you're kind of unable to sleep is a positive shift, very positive shift. And it's like the Hermit. The Hermit is my right path card. The Hermit is also the introspector, the guy who seeks the truth. And I feel like you're right. You know the truth is because you know the truth because it's like, you know, you've made only positive shifts, or that you're moving in the direction that feels good to you. I would keep doing that. So the Hermit, the Fool. Okay, so I also feel like in the past, the right path for you was something about having a lot of faith. The Fool has a lot of faith. But the right path for you has changed. What you have to do is different. Yeah, the High Priestess is our confirmation card, confirming that the right path for you is different. It's changed. It's not about having a lot of faith. It's changing now. Okay. Yeah, the Lovers. But you're in alignment with it. So whatever it is might be different for each of you. Yeah. All right. So Libra, that's what I have. Let's see. Anything else? No. No, that's all. All right, Libra, that's what I have for your reading today. I appreciate you guys so much. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in your very next reading on the channel very soon. Bye, guys.